welcome everyone back for the Hyde podcast. Taylor Finger, Wisconsin DNR Game Bird Ecologist, Mark Hackich, Wisconsin Wildlife Federation, and PJ, retiring school teacher from Allenton. We're going to be talking today about the federal junior duck stamp, and happy to have you.
Happy to be here.
Wildlife Federation's The Hyde.
Great. So, PJ, how long have you been involved with the Junior Duck Stamp Contest?
Since about 1994.
So almost 30 years.
Mm-hmm.
How many kids have you introduced to the Federal Duck Stamp Contest?
Probably thousands.
Thousands, right?
Yeah.
And it's a pretty good feeling?
I think it's the best thing I've ever done.
So tell us why. Before we get to the kids and the stamps, tell us why.
Well, because I love nature and wildlife. I love the Horicon Marsh. We have the largest freshwater marsh in the United States. It absorbs water. It takes carbon out of the atmosphere. And there's just so many different ducks and critters that live there. And what's more fun than getting out in nature and seeing wildlife?
And there's a great story behind it, right?
Yes.
I love it. If there's a story behind it, it's worth hearing, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, the Junior Duck Stamp Contest. What are some of the highlights that you've had over the last 30 years for the program here in Wisconsin?
For me personally, as
Yeah.
a teacher, just seeing kids say, I'm going to do a ruddy duck this year, I did a ruddy duck last year, or I love the hooded merganser and I know he eats fish. My cousin won, I want to win, my brother won. Last year I only got honorable mention, I want to get first place this year. They know what they're talking about. They know how to look at a bird book. They know what waterfowl is.
Right. And I think when you see kids in that age group, I mean, what's the primary age group that you're involved with?
Kindergarten through fifth.
So kindergarten through fifth grade, I can't remember that far back, but I know I didn't have any artistic talent. That I know for sure. But everybody can participate.
Correct.
Right? And everybody can feel good about participating because of the story that you tell, right?
They love to try. They love to enter.
So Taylor, he has a nephew that is 10?
9.
9. So next year when he participates, he's going to be 10.
Right.
So we'll be able to track his participation with this program. And I think that is, for me, a piece that I like because, again, it tells a story on how he's going to be able to provide this to his nephew, tell the story of the program. But we got to find a way to help bring this program to a better, not a better light, but a more popular light so other kids can participate, because all 50 states participate and one winner from every state goes to the national contest. And this year, if I remember correctly, a young lady from Virginia won. So I look forward to hearing about that at a later time. But, wouldn't it be fantastic to have somebody from Wisconsin win this contest?
Yes.
Right? So I think to do that, we got to find a way to reach out to all of our grade schools and high schools and get our kids with artistic talent to participate. I think that the duck stamp is one of the greatest, if not the greatest, conservation stories ever. And I think, every chance I have an opportunity to hear something about Ding Darling or listen to Tim Isley tell a little story is a very important piece. So thank you for all that you've done to tell the piece or tell the story about the Junior Duck Stamp or about the duck stamp with the kids in Allington. And I think that, you're retiring this year, but are you really?
No.
No. I don't think you ever can really retire, especially when you have this on your plate. And I hope that, we can get the Wisconsin Wildlife Federation, we can get some of the department staff, we can get, better partnerships here with the U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service, because without the U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service, this program would be in big trouble, right? And I think, Wisconsin Waterfowl Association, there are other stakeholder groups that we can participate with and gain their support. And hopefully we can help you grow this program in your retirement to something where, when you do retire, you can feel even better than you do today about where this program is at because of you. Because honestly, I can tell you that there's no one person that I've met that has a greater impact on this program, especially in Wisconsin, than you.
Well, thank you.
And I think it's going to be important, how we pitch this to our stakeholders, because as we were talking earlier, this is a way to get kids involved in nature, to get kids involved with the outdoors. It's not just, here's a piece of paper, paint a duck. They're, like you said, they're going through bird books. They're looking at pictures. They're going out and actually be like, hey, I saw a ruddy duck that I might have painted. So this is a huge communication tool for us to engage this group of kids in something that could potentially impact how we manage conservation in the future.
And I think we, between the two of us, we know a couple artists, we know a couple decoy carvers, and most of those decoy carvers, all but one, have a fairly significant artistic background. And I think maybe we can, get some of those folks to participate and help us tell this story and gain more interest from schools and, kids around this area and help it grow to 72 counties, where we can get thousands and thousands of entries every year.
And we have that Waterfowl Expo, the Waterfowl Hunter Expo, that we could definitely we get 3,000 plus people attending that event each year. We could definitely be pitching that because we had kids lined up. We have whole areas for kids to be painting decoys. We have whole youth areas. I think that this fits right into that bill.
And PJ, and you were at the Expo for the last 2 years.
Correct.
Are you planning on coming back this year? Let's think about it. Let's think about it.
But see, my husband deals in duck decoys, so it was kind of a joint venture.
Okay.
Kind of depends if he goes, but I'll consider it.
We got to talk to the husband.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
Well, listen, PJ, thanks a lot for taking some time out of the day. I can't wait to see the program today. I can't wait to see some of the kids that have stamps up on the board. I can't, I think it's just fantastic.
Yep. This is why you do what you do. This is why we do what we do.
We'll wrap this up, Taylor.
All right. Thanks, everyone. I appreciate you guys all listening. We appreciate Chase Baker, for the man behind the camera, making sure that Mark looks good. It's a tough job, but it is what it is. So thanks again, everyone, and look forward to the next episode.
Thanks, and have a great day. Thanks, PJ.
Thank you.